I'm back from NOLA, as you can see by my hand grenade that I did take back as a way to remember I was there. And it's time to get back to reality, which means meal prep. But I only have to work in the office 3 days this week. So I wanted to show y'all what I am going to make. So all these things came from Aldi except these bell peppers, which came from the farmer's market, which brings food to my son's camp on Fridays, and I ended up being able to get these peppers there. So I'm going to make a potato bowl scramble using this russet potato. I'm going to peel it, and I'm going to get all the skin off. I'm going to dice it up real small. I'm going to cook this chicken. Peep the, the brand and the 8% fat. This is really lean, so it can get really dry if you don't know how to season it and add your oils. But it's great for tacos and rice bowls. And then I have the bell peppers and the onions. So I'm finna go ahead and peel and slice everything up. The only other thing I'm gonna add to this is some rice. But this will be my lunch for this week. And it's for the girlies on a budget. People keep asking me, you be traveling, you been outside, how do you do it? Well, first of all, I got to get back to living within my means. Because sometimes when you start traveling, when I travel, I try to be and I don't be condoning dogs in the kitchen, but my dogs think they can do whatever they want. Out. Anyway, what I was finna say was, I try to treat myself when I'm out, but when I get back, I try to be really frugal and stick to my grocery list and eat the food that's at home, okay? That's the main way. That way, when you travel, you can do it comfortably because you ain't been balling out all year. You kind of have to pick where you want to spend the money, right? Do you want to spend the money eating out? Or do you want to spend the money on the beach, on the plane, going here, going there, going everywhere, okay? I have this rice, I have this one, and I also have the Zatarans, but we might be out of the Zatarans. So this will be the base of my bowl. And then I have the ground chicken and the bell peppers and the onion and the potato. So you can make it rice bowls or you can do potato bowls. Personally, I like potatoes better than I like rice. So we're going to try that. So first I'm going to get my cutting board. I'm going to put my dogs in the crate because I don't really play about them being in the kitchen like that. Sometimes when I let them out, they don't listen. Like Exhibit A. One of them is behind me being nosy right now. And the other reason why I don't play about dogs in the kitchen is because when you cutting up onions, onions are poisonous to dogs. So you don't need your dogs in the kitchen. Pets don't belong in the kitchen, period, anyway. But they especially don't need to be in the kitchen when you're dealing with onions. So I will wait until I put them out to cut it up. But for now, I'm going to start with cutting up this bell pepper. And I'm just going to slice it up and do some little spirals. And then I am going to dice it down really, really small. And I am going to saute my chicken, I think, in the bell pepper and the onions. I just feel like that's going to give it a little bit extra flavor, especially because the chicken that I bought is really lean. So if you don't add a lot of seasonings to it, i.e. your onions, your peppers, and the good dry seasonings from your pantry, it's going to be tasting like it's 93%, 7% fat. And I don't know if you want that. Bell peppers also are just really good raw. So I'm just dicing them up like that. And some of them you can leave big like that. It depends, if you want it like a fajita. Like your bowl, like a fajita style bowl. Well, when you do fajitas, obviously, you want the big pieces. If you're not doing a fajita, but you're kind of doing it like a quinoa bowl where everything's kind of bite-sized, then you want to do small little rivets and divots. So I'm just cutting it up. And you can add whatever you want to your bowl. You can add tomatoes. You can add salsa. You can add onions, cilantro, limes. I have all that in the fridge. So I call this one of my frugal meals because I don't be wanting to have to, do the most and go buy a whole bunch of things. So, when I went in the store today, I told myself, Yosha, you just going in here to get one thing. And I ended up only getting two. I got some Ziploc bags because we didn't have no sandwich bags. And I be needing sandwich bags for my snacks. But I got the little pack of meat I just showed y'all. Because I was I literally have been overdoing it. And I have to get myself back into reality. I stepped on that scale, y'all. Your girl done gained about 9 pounds. But we still got a lot of the year left. So I'm going to try to lock in. And this is how I do it. Y'all want to know how I'm able to travel. First of all, I'm grateful for my full-time job being able to afford me the finances to pay all my bills and leave me with extra. Secondly, I save money every month. Every month, money, since I've been making way less than what I make now, I always was auto withdrawing money into my savings account, because I do believe that it is very important to save money, because you never know when a rainy day may come. But thirdly, I shop for deals. Like, I be looking for the flights when they go on sale. Like, if it don't make sense to me price-wise, I'm not going. I'm not finna pay $300 and $400 for a flight that's less than 2 hours. $450 should at least be a night at the hotel plus the flight, if you do it right. Now, sometimes inflation be inflating. It depends on when you shop, right? Some people literally travel the same itinerary as me and Des, and they flight to New Orleans was $300. I happened to get ours back in May for $127, and that's on Delta. You don't have to always fly Delta. I don't always fly Delta. I fly Southwest a lot too. Whoever has the best price. My brand loyalty is going to whoever is offering me the best savings and the best experience. Customer service does matter with me, but so does adhering to the budget that I can afford. I love Delta, but when I started seeing flights that used to cost under $200 cost $400, I stopped going with them so much, and I started doing Southwest a little bit more. Southwest, they doing a sale. They got a sale going on right now. I don't always want to pay no high price to go do something. It's just me, though. I know some people probably be like, why? You know, Delta, they give you a Biscoff cookies, and the people are really nice. It depends on what flight you get. You get on that red eye, they be ready to go home just like we do when we are ready to go home from our job. So I can't just go off of because they give me cookies and things like that. Them Biscoffs are sold at the store. So don't pick them just because you get a Biscoff cookie, baby. You go to Kroger, get you some Biscoff cookies. You get 4 for $5. And bring them with you on the damn plane. You can have your own snack time. You ain't got to wait for them to bring it to you. You know, don't let the superficial stuff make you miss your opportunity. Like, you could sit there and be on an all-inclusive resort, and you not going because you waiting for Delta to go down. And they may not. They may not go down. Or they might, you know. And Delta be delaying too, baby. I done been on Delta and they done been delayed by an hour, 2 hours too. You know, and I hate, you know, I never rode Spirit before, but Spirit actually apparently to date has never had any accidents or anything like that. Delta has. But they the #1 flight. But of course, Delta also been around for 100 years. So they the first to do it. You the first to do it. That means you are the first to get all the good, bads, and the uglies. So there's that. All right, so I have some peppers set here. I have some on my cutting board here. I have a potato. I'm going to go ahead and wash it off. But I'm going to peel it first. I actually like to peel my potatoes and then wash them. So now I'm going to take my potato. I'm going to go ahead and peel it in the sink. Y'all, I spent about a good hour cleaning this kitchen earlier. It felt good to come back after running some errands today to a clean kitchen. I can't stand cooking in a dirty kitchen with dishes piled up, no counter space to prep food. Like, who like doing that? I be getting on my family because I be like, look, if y'all gonna keep leaving mess in here, don't ask me about what I'm cooking for dinner because I'm not cooking nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody old enough to clean their dishes. My husband 33, I'm 32, Josiah 10. Ain't nobody a baby in the house. So clean up after yourself. I am not a housewife. You do not get a housewife duty. What comes with a woman who don't require you to pay every bill? We all pitch in and help. That's what teamwork look like. It don't look like me having to clean up after everybody all the damn time. I don't mind doing it sometimes because the way I do it, I do feel it's better a lot of the times. Respectfully, my husband do know how to wash dishes though. That's my, like, when it comes to Saya coming in here playing in my sink, playing in water. But I'm starting to teach Josiah stuff too. Like, you old enough, let me show you how to do laundry. Let me show you how you do a load of laundry, baby. Let me show you how to do this, do that. Because I want you to be knowing how to do these things when you get ready to go off and live on your own. I don't want you to be feeling like you don't know how to do because your mama never taught you or your mama said that was for girls. No, no, no. Because my husband do his own laundry. I might help him out sometimes. He'll start his laundry and forget to move it on to the dryer. Sometimes I might fold for him every now and then, but my husband, mom taught him how to do those things. And I'm not against teaching my son how to do them things. Those are not gender-specific roles. Okay? Knowing how to take care of yourself. Listen, you might not have no girlfriend or no wife. And the way that these kids are set up and the way people are doing things these days, You might not get a wife that want to do that stuff for you. She might want you to make your own sandwich. So you need to know how to do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? But also, like, when you a girlfriend, you're not getting wifey benefits. So it's good to know how to do that thing yourself. That way you're not settling for somebody because they doing basic things you could be doing for yourself. For yourself, honey. Knowing how to damn cook and clean, that's basic human things that you should know. That you should want to know. Like, what? You don't want to be one of them people who can't function without somebody else. Codependent. I got the onion. And the dogs are away and out this kitchen. Away from me. Away from me. Okay, I have an open kitchen. Which means I don't have a door for my kitchen. It's all open. Living room, dining room, kitchen, all together. Because this house was built in 2002. And that's how they was building them over here. So, I have to put my dogs in the areas when I'm dealing with onions and things. Otherwise, they ain't gonna listen. They say get out, and they smelled the bell peppers. I had to get them some bell peppers and lure them into their crate, into their little area away from my kitchen because they end up getting onions because they're not listening. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do with the first bit of onion I chopped up is I'm gonna dice some onions. And this is so I can saute it with the chicken because I want it to be really, really flavorful. Really good, really small, diced onion. Very sweet. A sweet onion, hate to see me coming. That's my favorite kind. Those and yellow onions, I feel like pair really good with this type of food. Red onions are pretty good too, though. I don't sleep on a red onion. But you asked me what my preference is. It's always the white over the red. Because the red ones are not sweet. They do taste good on tacos, though. All right. So we got our onions diced up. About that much. That much bell pepper. I'm going to combine into a little Tupperware bowl together. And then I'm going to dice some onions into some, or not really dice. Dice is when you do small. I'm going to slice some onion into some spirals. And the spirals are going to be like that size. And that's for my sauteed, if you want to do it like a fajita style situation. So yeah, that's what that'll be for. I'm gonna go ahead and take another chunk of this and do that. And then I'm gonna get a Ziploc bag. We were out of Ziploc bags for the longest, so a lot of fruit and veggies was just sitting on the counter without a place to be because we didn't have no Ziploc bags and we had run out. So, and honestly, don't be thinking I'm bougie with the name brand. I think Publix or Kroger, one of them had them buy one, get one free. And I bought that brand because it was like $2. But I usually get them from Aldi. Why? Because Aldi always has them for $2. $100. I just bought $100 today. But $2.09. Like, you cannot beat that. And it'll probably last about 2 months. So now I'm just doing some onion spirals. And I'll end up sauteing these onions with some salt, pepper, garlic powder, olive oil, maybe some butter. And it'll pair really well with that ground chicken. All right, let me just go ahead and nip that bottom off because I don't know if the bottom has got something else going on with it. All right, so we have some onion. It's all chopped up. Everything all chopped up, all chopped up. All right, so we got our chicken. Let me go ahead and warm the pan up and get ready to cook that chicken. We are going to Cancun in November, and we have a family reunion next month. So I really need to, when I get my next 2 or 3 checks, chill out. It's just a lot. It's a lot. So I feel like I really need to just chill out on the spending a little bit. So I'm going to let this pan warm up with these seasonings at the bottom. I use grapeseed oil, and then I'm going to toss these in. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and open this chicken up. It's just 16 ounces, which is a pound. I love this brand. This brand is really clean and organic. Very, very, very perfect for somebody who's on a fitness regimen. I'm going to go ahead and grab the seasonings for that. I'm going to go ahead and toss in them bell peppers and onions. Because I want my little chicken to be real flavorful, okay? Somebody want no bland chicken that's already like, you know. I'm gonna add a little cayenne pepper, garlic powder, sea salt, my favorite seasoning. Well, not this one. This is extra spicy. We can add a little bit of that too. But my favorite seasoning is called the Southwest. It's by the same Miss Dash brand. It's so good. And that's all, because we're going to keep it semi-simple. So I'm going to just go ahead and start seasoning my pack of chicken. I don't wash chicken, ground chicken. I know some people might be in the comments like, you don't wash your chicken? No, it's ground meat. And it's not bleeding and it's not all nasty. Now, do with that what you may. If you want to rinse yours off, do that. Now, when it comes to chicken breast, I'm going to clean that every time. Lemon juice, vinegar. Okay? But with a ground chicken in a pack like this, no. I don't clean the ground turkey off either. I just cook it. And if I see some stuff running on it, then I'm going to drain that off before I pour it into the pan. It ain't seasoned if you ain't sneezing, okay? I ain't got no cold. That seasoning made me sneeze. So it ain't gonna be bland. You feel me? Now I'm over here. We finna do this. Let me show y'all. Starting it. We're gonna start the pan with the vegetables, okay? Now I'm gonna go ahead and make this rice-a-roni. We do have Zatarain, so I'm gonna just show y'all. This is the better. This is good. Good, better. Good, better. It's all about your budget. When I say good, I mean this is the cheap one. I've seen it as low as 79 cents. Most of the time it's 99 cents. And lately, for stuff been inflated, it'd be 4 for $5. This one is the more expensive option. I've seen it as low as 150 and as high as 199, but it tastes better. So you choose whichever one. I'm going to save this because since this is just meal prep for my lunch, I'm not going to be selfish. I'll use this one because I think all the other stuff I'm cooking with it is going to elevate the experience. But when I cook for my family, I usually do this brand right here. I think I bought a bunch of these boxes a while ago, like probably last year. Yeah, because they expired. I can't use them because they expired. October 6, 2024. So I'm not going to use it because it's expired. This one don't expire until 2027. So I might have to use it, or I might have to make some more regular white rice. Which I actually made some white rice yesterday. So I might just use the white rice I already made. Yeah, and throw this box away. That's fine, that's fine. Just breaking it all up. And we're just gonna turn it around. Mix it all up and turn it around. We're gonna let that cook down and get all together. So that's how it's gonna look when it's done. It's gonna look like that. So I'm gonna use some potatoes. I'm gonna cook that and some bacon fat. And I'm gonna do the chicken with the potatoes. It yielded a bowl about this big. So I do say bacon grease. And so this is some bacon grease. I'm gonna let it coat this pan, and then I'm gonna put the potatoes I diced up in this pan for my chicken bowl base. I will be putting these vegetables on top of the potatoes, but I'm gonna let the potatoes cook down for at least 10 to 12 minutes before these are added to prevent these onions and peppers from burning. All right, so the potatoes started to burn because your girl started multitasking, so I moved them to the back eye to finish cooking because even though they have quite the jar, they were still a little bit hard. So I'm just letting them slowly cook on the back eye, which is not as much heat. And I decided to saute my peppers and onions. So the key is just supervision when you're doing those sauteed potatoes. Like if you ignore them, then you could risk burning your potatoes. So yeah, especially when you're using bacon grease. That's how they look. And I actually like mine to have a little bit of crisp on it. But my skillet just looks like that because it's an old pan. So, like, as long as they don't get fully burnt, it'll still taste pretty good. And then keep in mind, you can add some fresh shredded lettuce on top, some cheese, tomatoes, your salsa, your sour cream, avocado slices. By the time you add all that on there with it, as long as the full potato is not burnt to a crisp, it'll still taste pretty good. Yes, if you did get a little charred, but we're going to make it work.